My show and tell today wasn't even going to be included in what I was going to do. But when I was putting this set together, I found something that really made me laugh, and I have no recollection. So it follows my penchant for collecting the belongings of others, acquiring things, if you like, and I've shared it with the owner, and I've even offered to return it. We'll see if he wants it back or not. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Our guest today is having breakfast as we speak. Is that right, Nicky? Are you having breakfast?
That's correct.
My
able assistant is in the background.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Eggs.
Very good, thank you.
So what's for breakfast?
Go on.
We've got some eggs, we've got some black pudding, we've got some toast, we've got some salsa.
And some smoked salmon.
Oh, how nice. Black pudding.
Yeah. It's boudin noir here in France. So it's not quite the black pudding that we're used to in the UK.
Okay.
But,
so, Nicky, tell the viewer, where are you?
We are in Southwest, in the Dordogne, and we are house sitting here, and have been here on lockdown. I think today is day 43.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's incredible. And
it's lovely.
And you guys are pretty much full-time travellers, and you were saying that all of your belongings are in backpacks that you carry with you. How on earth do you manage to find random shit in amongst all of that? Tell me, what's your first piece of random shit?
My first piece of random shit.
Oh, and because Nicky is in rural France, there's going to be a little bit of technical delay. Oh, is it going to be too much? Yes. Oh, I'm going to call her back. Bear with us. This is where you go, ya da 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 da. Let's see if we're going. And maybe what I'll do, we've just gone to the screen. I thought I might just share my first piece of random shit instead. So my first piece of random shit, and we're still trying to get Nicky, is this. So I've got this stamp collection that I got from my dad, and so I went looking for all of the bits and pieces, and I found this book. And I'm looking through it, and there's all of the things. So we've got this and all of these stamps. Look at them all. There's masses of them. And here I am all this time thinking this is mine. And I open the book up and I find this name in the front. And it says David Pearce. So Dave, who I spoke with 2 days ago on Saturday, this book belongs to him, and I had no idea about it. It's like one of those, I don't know, do you have one of those things in your memory where you actually have no recollection of pulling, of finding this thing, of having this thing? I'm just trying her again. And what I get excited about with these sorts of things, and here's Nicky. I've just been completely rabbiting on. Nicky, I'm so pleased you're back, and I'm sure the viewer is too.
I'm really sorry about that. That's rural internet.
I know. So what's your piece of shit?
My first piece of shit, as I was saying, when we went back to the UK, I grabbed a small jewellery box that had got all sorts of little bits in. So when I knew I was going to come on, I had a look through. And I found, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh yeah, a little crucifix.
Little cross, which I was sent. When I was 14, 15, I collected pen pals. And this was like in the you know, we wrote, like, didn't have email, we didn't, you know, the internet wasn't created.
Yes.
And I got myself a pen pal and he sent me this, and for some reason it's still in my jewellery box. I mean, we're talking a long time ago. What? I'm trying to think now, how old am I? 30 odd years ago.
Yes.
And I've still got this. And actually I found him on Facebook a couple of years ago and sent him a message. He's actually living in Canada now. So I sort of collected countries, even in my teens.
Oh, that's fascinating, isn't it?
So yeah, it's just a little cross with little turquoise sort of. I think he thought I was Christian, being from the UK, and he found me this little nick and I sent it. So that's my piece of shit.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, I'm hoping that our internet connection, because it is a thing these days, I'm hoping that it stays with us for a little bit longer. So my next piece is moving along the stamp collecting theme. So this book here belonged to my dad. So the other book was Dave's, but this one belonged to my dad, and that was when he lived at Smart Street in Fairfield. And I was looking through, and I came across just 2 stamps from Danzig. So Danzig, Danzig. Have you heard of Danzig, Nicky?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I hadn't.
Yeah.
So it kind of existed from about 1920 to 1930 something, 33 or something like that. So in between the wars, and it had, you know, a bunch of stamps, and there's 2 of them here, and I think that, you know, when you've got a collection like this, stamps, there's a little part of me that goes, oh, I wonder if any of them are actually valuable. I wonder if I should sell them, or I wonder if I should. And then I look online, and even those 2, you look online and you say, oh, well, what could you sell them for? And it says something like, oh, $4.50. And I think, well, that's not really valuable, is it? So then I think, well, what on earth am I going to do with these things? Because will I pass them down to my long-suffering sons? And then I think, well, maybe I'd like to make some art out of them. So that's my plan, is to make some art out of them. Whether I do it or not, I don't know. So what's your next piece of shit?
Well, my next piece of shit is a scarf which belonged to my nan, and actually she used to buy me first edition stamps when they came out.
Okay.
And I had quite a collection as a kid. God knows where they are, but anyway, there's a tenuous link there somewhere. But basically, when she passed, as you do, we had to go in and clear out the house, and one of the things that came to me was this scarf, which
it's beautiful.
I don't know if you can see it.
I can, yeah.
So it's a silk scarf, but it's got a real sort of it's great for memories for me, because when I was a kid, my nan always had her hair done on a Saturday morning with her sister. And if my mum had got stuff to do, she used to pack us kids off to my nan and granddad's. And if granddad had got something important, we ended up going to the hairdresser. And she had a load of these different scarves wrapped around her set, and you know, it was like hairspray to within an inch of its life.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, for what? Every week. She never washed her own hair. She had it done at the hairdressers every week.
Yeah.
So, and traveling, having everything you own in a backpack, it's important to have things like this. It's practical. I can't carry anything that doesn't have a purpose. And, you know, so I can sort of, I've got an but also that lovely memories
That's
I loved her
gorgeous.
dearly, and I miss her every day.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing, and I think that's one of the reasons why we hang on to things. I mean, I must have this vast need for remembering everything because I have so much random shit in my life. But when you're reduced to the amount that you can travel that you can carry when you're traveling like you are, then I think those memories are even larger, aren't they? Because you're putting everything into that piece.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're away from home, just being the other side of the world, you only get to sort of speak to your family and have those connections online, and just having a little bit of home with you. Sometimes it's quite important, but it's also practical. So I can use it to put my hair up or do whatever I need to do. But it's it has a use as well as memories for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So, you can't. Hasn't got a purpose or a practical, use. So yeah.
So that's not really a piece of shit, is it?
It's real.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I'm going to say our farewells because we're breaking up, and I think you're probably keen to have your brekkie. And let the chickens out. And Jeffrey, who was the cockerel, you called them, we call them roosters.
Yeah.
The cockerel sitting on the windowsill has been strangely silent.
He has. He's given up. He's decided that he's not going to get any breakfast this morning, and he's carted himself and his harem off. So they're probably up in the woods right now foraging for grubs.
Yeah, which is not such a bad thing.
Spends most of the day. Yeah.
All right, Nicky, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's
pleasure.
been fun.
Thank you. Sorry about that little internet interlude, but shit happens.
Oh, you want me to go in there? Right.
Thanks, Nicky.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I'm sorry about the incident.
Oh, it's not your fault. It happens. It's really, that's life.
Sod's law, isn't it?
It is.
It was perfectly fine for 20 minutes prior, and then
I know. Yeah, never mind.
I'll have to watch it back because I missed your first piece of shit, random shit.
Yeah. yeah, you'll see it. And I had a real laugh. So it's just a stamp book, but it belonged to Dave Pearce, my brother-in-law Dave. And I didn't realise that until I opened it up this morning and saw his name there. And I thought, oh, shit, that's...